I had been diagnosed back in February, like last year of February. It was 2nd of Feb. It was my parents' anniversary. My entire family was at my place, and my MRI reports came on that day. However, I had started feeling this sensation in my lower back and during August 2022. So we had gone to Turkey. All of us friends, like all of us best friends, took a trip to Turkey in September 2022. I was just bearing the pain. I had seen some orthopedics. They just told me it must be muscle spasm or something. You weight lift, so it must be an outcome of that or that sort of thing. So I was like, okay, I'll just do the stretches and whatsoever they had told me to do. And I kept going. I kept going. Then I went to Dubai back in like last year in December for New Year's. When I got back to Karachi in late January, I had gone for an evaluation to the doctor. I went to a neurologist because one of my aunts told my mom to go and see neurologist because she had also gone through some sort of similar pain. So she was just suspecting if maybe it's not ortho thing to do with orthos, but neuros. So we just went to see the neurologist because I was not even able to move my body. My entire lower body was static. I was glitching in real terms, and I was not even able to sit on toilet if I have to say that. So I was just like this. So something was, I mean, it was just very stiff. I can't even explain. So I was unable to move. I was even unable to get in my car and drive myself to the doctor because my elder brother, had moved out back in time, like recently, 2 months or 3 months back, when I had been diagnosed with this. And then my neurologist told me that we're suspecting that it has something to do with your spine, and it has to do with like level 4 and level 5 of your spine, which is like right above your tailbone. So the entire lower back was not working, because of which my lower body was not working. So I was just feeling some difficulty in walking and everything. However, he told me to get an MRI done. When he asked me what do I do and whatever, I had told him that I have a desk job. This is what I do. These are my activities. He suggested me with the MRI. The same day I got into an MRI, although he told me to wait for 2 weeks and to keep on taking those medicines. When I checked those medicines, those medicines were just too heavy, and I did not have. I always used to have this mindset where I was like, I do not have time because it's a very highly competitive world, and you have to like keep running, keep running. Well, that illness made me realize that you have to at times take some break as well from life. So life gives, if you do not take time from life, life will make sure that it will give you your time to realize all of this. So that happened when the MRI reports came out, and all of my family, like entire family, was upset to hear the reports out because my bhabhi, like my brother's wife, is a doctor. So she had that understanding of what that MRI was saying. Um, the next day I took my reports to the neurologist, and he told me that you will not be able to work for rest of your life. You cannot do a desk job. That's what he told me. He told me you might have to take rest for 6 next months because you will not be able to move your lower body, because that was more of a partial paralysis. In easy words, that's what he told me. And I was like, man, if I'm standing here, and all I could recall was my brain was telling me, oh my God, you have to experience like the fastest roller coaster. You have to go skydive, you have to do this, you have to jump off a cliff into the waters. So what about that? So the next question, after he told me everything and all the precautions that I have to take and all the medicines, my only question was, will I be able to skydive? And his very next question was, what do you do? I was like, I'm just a dreamer and I want to do that. So just tell me if I'll be able to do it or not. He's like, not anytime soon, but let's see if life gives you an opportunity. And my brain told me, you will make this opportunity happen. Don't worry. So from that very moment, I was like bedridden for 6 weeks, and where they told me I will not be able to walk for 3 months or 6 months, I was back on my feet within 6 weeks. I had resumed weightlifting within 3 months, and I was able to take my first flight. Like I was on the plane on the very sixth month on my birthday. So it had happened in Feb. I recovered in like March or May. My brother's wedding was coming in June. I had to take care of everything. My parents told me, do you want us to delay the wedding? I was like, no, I'll be back on my feet and give me some time. So the faith and the support that my parents had shown in me, I mean, it was ridiculously incredible, because if they had not showed that confidence in me, and if I had not showed that confidence and faith in me and in my God, I would not have been able to do whatever I'm doing. So not only I had resumed working, but I took an initiative of the first annual corporate event. I hosted that event. I was wearing heels. I was standing strong there. And it was just within this span of 3 months since I had been diagnosed with my illness. So life just gives you such shocks to make you realize who you actually are. If I had not gotten the time of that 6 months, oh sorry, 6 weeks, I would not have realized the power I hold within myself. So it was a blessing in disguise, to be very honest.
Can you walk us through what was your routine like? What was your recovery protocol if you had, like, for example, let's say the food you used to eat, how many hours you used to sleep, if you did any other activities to support your back, like all that sort of stuff, because some of our viewers might be going through something like this and they might also have a doubt in their mind that they might also not be able to do X, Y, or Z. But like you said, it's just about mindset, it's just about making your body think that it can do, and it's just pain, and pain eventually fades away.
Yeah, mind is the first step that you have to like that you have to place in it. Yeah,
Overcome.
yeah. And the second thing is taking regular actions. So I had to change my routine. Who would know better than Anas? Because he was the one who made the Excel sheet. Anas is our Excel guy. So he puts everything on the Excel. And that's a really, really good thing, because if you can write something down, it becomes easier to follow it. So he came up with this entire plan of that Excel sheet. He had bought some books on my spine. So he was also researching. I was also researching. We came up with some strategies, like for my diet, for the practices that I had to do. So I used to do some physiotherapy sessions, some stretches. Apart from that, my mindset, my sleep, and my diet played a really important part. In diet, I stuck myself, I limited myself to fruits, greens only. I stopped having chocolates, I stopped having carbs. I used to feed, because you are what you eat, and I have heard you guys talking about the same thing in your previous episodes. So it's actually magical. Your gut is your everything. I mean, it's all connected. You have to pass the message to your brain, then you have to make your body take actions towards achieving that message that you have put in your brain, and then you just have to wait and have faith to see the outcome. So if you're doing the right thing, I used to have yogurt, I used to have Greek yogurt, blueberries. Although my expenses had gone like 10 to 20% up, because
Tenfold.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I think it was all worth it. I mean, I could recover myself within 3 months, where doctor told me 6 months. So what could have been better
Can I
than that?
just ask? Can I just ask how much of a role did Anas play in your recovery? And had he not been there, how would have this been?
I mean, he's more of a practical guy. If anything happens, he would directly switch to his fight mode.
Solution based mindset,
Yeah,
right?
so he's very solution centric. He would not waste his time, and that's a common thing within us. I remember there was this time when Anas was about to fall from a cliff. We went to Ferry Meadows. That's the
Oh my
second
god.
most dangerous route to hike.
Man,
Yeah,
in
and
the world, yeah.
in the world, and people go there to hike Nanga Parbat. So